Hi, it's Ash and welcome to my channel. If you're like my client Dawn, who is suffering with niggly knees, we need to strengthen the areas around that. So we need to be strengthening the quads, the glutes and the calf muscles and the shin muscles as well, and that will help support the knee. So that's what this short practice is going to be all about. We're going to strengthen into those areas. So we're going to make a start by coming towards the top of the mat. It doesn't really matter if you're not at the top of the mat. We're going to go feet underneath the hips. We're going to get nice and tall, and from here we're going to work into the calf muscles. So we're going to squeeze the heels up as high as you can up off the floor. So really think about pushing those big toes into the floor and really squeeze the heels as high as you can up off the floor and working those calf muscles. And then what we're going to do is we're going to hold this for 30 seconds. So when you start to feel the sinking of the heels towards the floor, squeeze them back up that little bit. Even if they sink a centimetre, squeeze them back up. So we're going to hold this and we'll keep breathing. We're going to feel that heat. Keep pushing the big toes into the floor to create that good, strong, big toe muscle, and then that strengthens the arch of the foot, helps prevent things like plantar fasciitis. And then from here, we're going to come down nice and slowly, touch the heels to the floor, feel a little bit of a bend, that's good. And then we're going to squeeze back up. We're going to go for reps now. So squeezing the heels up and then slowly lowering the heels to the floor. Squeeze the heels up with a little bit of power and then slowly lower back to the floor in about 2 to 3 seconds. So squeeze up with power and then slowly lower back down to the floor. So we're going to continue to do this. I was a little bit quick then. So squeeze the heels up, 3, 2, 1, roughly. So if you carry on doing that in your own counting, if you need a rest at any point, obviously have a little rest, shake the calves out, but we really want to strengthen into those calf muscles to help support the knee. And if we're strengthening the calf muscles, we're going to avoid things like Achilles tendinopathy and calf strains as well. So we're not only helping avoid runner's knee, helping avoid calf strains, Achilles tendinopathy. So really good exercise to work on. I'm going to strengthen. Last one, and then slowly come down, have a little bit of a pedal, you can feel that heat burning. From here, what we're going to do is we're going to stand into the left foot and keep the left knee slightly bent so that we're engaging the quads and the glutes. So as we go up, what we're going to do is we're just going to test the glute muscles here, so the bum muscles just near the side of the hip and just round, and just make sure that it's not squishy, it's active. And if it's squishy, keep tapping it and send the signal to the brain to tap and squeeze against that muscle, that tapping. So if we're slightly bent knee, from here what we're going to do, imagine we're on a compass and we're at north. We're going to point the toes towards north, keep tapping the muscle, make sure it's active, and then we're going to go towards south. So we're going north and south. And we'll just continue to do that now. So we're going to go for about a minute, doing north and south. Keep the knee bent and soft all the time, so it's moving, it's bending as we're doing that. And we'll keep tapping the muscle. Once you feel like you've got good activation in that glute area, you can use your hands for balance. And then start to challenge yourself and think about going as far north as you can. And then think about going as far south as you can. Keep your jaw and your neck and shoulders relaxed. Because as the heat and the intensity starts to build up, the body starts to tense up. So keep breathing. Keep pushing that left big toe strongly into the floor. Make that good arch, a really good strong arch and big toe area, which stabilizes the lower leg. Creates a good platform for the glute muscles to activate as well. Nearly there. And then release. Whew, should be feeling that bend all the way through that leg area. Again, keeping that knee healthy and strong. I'm going to go into the other side of that, so make that good connection, push the right toe into the right big toe into the floor, bend the right knee. Again, just have a little squeeze of the glutes, make sure you tap them, make sure they're active. Let's go north and south for a minute. As you do that, again, just keep tapping those glutes, so just to the side of the hip and just round the bum, so the bum cheek area, so the buttock. And just keep, when you feel like you've got good activation there, it's not squishy, it feels quite hard, you can then focus a little bit more on the balancing element of it. Keep breathing as you do it again. Keep pushing that right big toe into the floor to make a good, strong, stable connection. And the intensity that's coming, welcome it, smile with it, the heat, because that is your body working hard. Those muscles, those areas are working, and your body is going to adapt to that stress, that work that we're doing. And your body's going to get stronger. You're going to reduce your risk of a lot of injuries through doing this work. So well done. Last one. And then come up. Good burn. Have a wiggle. Well done. So we're going to go into a hinge, which is going to get some lower back strengthening as well, but also balance, which running is single leg balance as we're in stance phase. But also we're going to get into that glute area and hamstrings. So from here into the middle of your mat, nice good strong connection with that left foot. And from here we're going to go hands above your head as if we're holding a beach ball. And then from here step that left foot, the right foot backwards, and think from the back of the neck to the heel at the back, you're like a long plank of wood. As the head goes down, the heel comes up at the same rate. So from here, start to kick that right heel up and just start to bring your head down and find wherever you could balance. Try not to open up the right hip towards the sky. Keep the hips almost parallel. Again, just maybe have a quick tap of that left glute area and make sure glutes are active. I'm going to carry on going wherever you feel like the edge of your balance is, and we're going to hold. Keep breathing. Keep a slight bend in that standing knee so those quads and the glutes are active. The knee joint's not taking the work. Keep breathing. Nice and strong through the lower back, so lifting the head and chest. Nice and strong through the shoulders, reaching the fingertips away from the shoulders. Try and keep the breath calm. Whoa, totally wobbled and fell there as I looked at my watch. And last one, nice breath in. As you breathe out, come up nice and tall, feel that heat. Have a little bit of a pedal. I'm going to go and do that on the right side. Make a good connection with the right foot and the right big toe. Step the left toes back. Imaginary beach ball above your head. We're then going to hinge, again from the hips. So coming forwards with the head, coming backwards with the heel. Just have a little tap of that right glute area, the right bum, make sure that's active. Keep a slight bend in that right knee, and we're off. Ooh, I'm going to try and look at my watch. We're doing the same amount of time on each side. So I'm going to try and look at my watch without falling. It's a good challenge. Okay, so nice and strong through that lower back. So you're lifting the head and chest. Keep kicking that left heel back. And keep your breath as relaxed and as comfortable as you can. If you need to come out at any point, that's fine. Have a little touch down and come back in. Whoa. Nearly there. Take one more breath in and one more breath out. As you breathe out, come slowly back up to standing. Feel the heat. Well done. Okay, so this one, there's a few options. We're going to go back into that left leg. It's going to get a load of quads, a load of glute work on this one. Also, proprioception, so you're challenging, putting your body into body parts into different places and challenging your brain to figure out where your balance point is, how to balance, and things like that. Where we developing your proprioception is amazing for things like your Alzheimer's and dementia risk. I was only listening to a book the other day about that, Dr. Peter Attia's Outlive book, and he's talking about how things like coordination and balance exercises and stability exercises are fantastic to reduce your risk of brain issues in later life. So into the left foot, I'm going to bring your hands into your heart like this. There's 3 steps with this one. So we're going to bend, let's take the right toes back, bend the knees and send the hips back, and on the right tiptoes now. So this is step 1. So always come back a step if the next step feels harder. So come back to step 1 if step 2 feels harder. So step 1 here. Step 2, start to hover that foot up off the floor. That right foot, sorry. And then maybe step 3, you could place that right ankle area onto the right shin area onto the left thigh. Step 4, you could start to bring the elbows a little bit lower. And time it again, make sure we're doing an even amount on each side. Lift the head and chest so the spine's long. Keep breathing. Little wobbles are good. It's your body trying to find your balancing point. And again, focus on a point that's stationary with your gaze. Welcome the intensity that's coming. We're almost there. So one more breath in, one more breath out, and standing up. Feeling that heat, have a wiggle. Well done. Place the right foot into the floor, hands into your heart, bend the knees and sit the hips. Sorry, actually, take the left toes back first, sorry. Then bend the knees and sit the hips back. So step 1 on the left tip toes. Again, always come back a step if you need to. Step 2, hover the left foot. Or step 3, shin onto the thigh. Or step 4, bringing those elbows closer towards this leg. Okay, so find where you are in this step 1, 2 or 3 or 4. Get nice and tall through the spine. Keep taking rests if you need to. Also just keep allowing the breath to flow and try and keep jaw, shoulders, the neck area as relaxed as you possibly can. One more breath in. As you breathe out, slowly standing up. Whew, feel that heat. Have a wiggle. Well done. We're almost there. So you can use a balance aid for this, a wall or a chair if you need to. This next one, last one. Again, good strong connection with the big toe. Slightly bent left knee. So left foot, left knee slightly bent. I'm going to take the left hand out like this. Again, if you need to, you can hold on to that balance aid. Then from here, I'm going to start to bring that right foot into the right hand. I'm going to come backwards because I'm not going to have enough space. So right foot into right hand. So if this is good, you can stay here, or if you feel like you could go further, you could start to bring that left hand forwards and the right knee back. Pause here if this is good for you. If you could go further still, you could reach the fingertips a little bit further forwards and then start to push that right knee away from the body. Keep breathing. Focus your gaze on something that's stationary. And really pushing down through that big toe. So you notice they're going quite quiet, so that you can really focus on the balance and my breathing. Well done. One more breath in. As you breathe out, slowly come back up to standing. Have a little bit of a wiggle. How was that? You can feel all of that work in those muscles that we're trying to target, to strengthen, to help your knee out. So you can feel how beneficial this work is. So into the right foot, make a good strong connection with that right big toe. Keep the right knee slightly bent. Right hand out in front. Onto the balance aid if you need to, then bring the left foot into the left hand. If we could go further, reach that little bit further forwards, pulling the knee back, maybe pause here. If we could go further, maybe your hand comes a bit further forwards and the knee pushes back, the knee and the foot. Find something that's still. Smile at the challenge element of this. This is good. Although it's burning, it's uncomfortable, the man wants to get out of it. It's strengthening your body, strengthening your mind, so making you more mentally and physically resilient. Well done, almost there. And last one. As you breathe out, well done. How did that feel? Slowly come back up. Have a wiggle. Let's just take a little bit of a stretch to finish. So we'll go feet nice and wide to the point that we can feel a little bit of a stretch on the groin area, the inner thighs. And then turn the toes in and the heels out, hands onto the hips. Now start to bring the head down, keeping the back relatively straight to about halfway with the head. And then start to bring the head over the right foot, head over the left foot. So we're massaging and stretching and just loosening some of that tightness or the intensity and burning that we might have created Relax the shoulders and move left and right with this. Keep breathing. So if you enjoyed this practice, you can support my channel really free and simple, easy ways that you can just say thank you for the video is to just press the thumbs up. Leave a comment and put thanks for the video, Ash, if you're not sure what to put. Share it with a friend that needs to strengthen their body to help avoid runner's knee. And subscribe to the channel if you're not. And you might get bored of me hearing him saying this if you're a regular viewer, or if you're not a regular viewer and you might think, oh, it doesn't make a difference. But it really does. It helps more people see my channel, and it helps us get the message out about don't skip the stretch. And I'll just continue to keep posting more content like this for free, because I can see that people are benefiting from it, and we're getting a nice community of fellow runners that want to have a good stretch and look after our bodies with things like yoga and bodyweight exercises. So how do you feel now after that as you come up? Thank you for following along with me, and I shall see you in the next video.